Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today's beer comes from Parrish out in California. Sent me this. This is Ballast Points Brewing. This is their Victory at Sea, a porter with coffee and vanilla. I've heard a lot about this beer. I have never been able to get it. I've not seen it around here. Every beer that I've had from Ballast Point has been a delicious, tasty beer. Don't think I've had a bad beer from Ballast Point. They really do some really good stuff out there. Parrish, thanks again for sending me this. I think this is a fairly pricey beer, if I'm not mistaken. This is at least a $10 bomber, if not more, depending on where you buy it. He has sent me 2 beer mail packages, and buddy, I appreciate you sending me these beers. Everyone that he sent me, I have not been able to get my hands on out here on the East Coast. So thanks again, buddy, for sending these beers out to me. Still got little pieces of styrofoam from the packaging still on the beer here. Don't want that to get into the glass. But this almost has a cult following. It has I've seen and heard people that have tried this and can get this that absolutely love it. So I'm really looking forward to getting this in the glass and trying it. This is a 22-ounce bomber. They're out of California, like I said. This is an American porter, and it's an Imperial too at 10%. Almost, when the porters are basically designed to be a lighter version of a stout, but 10%, that's not too light. So I don't think it's going to be a pitch black beer. It's probably going to have some ruby tinges around the outside edges to maintain the class style, which is not usually a pitch black beer. Porters are not, but they can be. I have had porters that were pitch black, and I've also had some stouts that I could see through. It had rubiness around the outside edge of the glasses and stuff. So we'll see where this one ends up when we get it into the glass here. Like I told you, it's a 10% beer. Let's see what the commercial description. Commercial description. 2 of the world's oldest beverages join forces to conquer your palate. Victory at Sea embodies the art of masterful brewing by infusing a velvety Imperial porter with pure vanilla flavor and specially selected hand-roasted coffee. Sounds good already. The addition of cold brewed coffee to the beer lends a subtle roasted flavor to this robust Imperial porter, blending perfectly with rich vanilla and caramel undertones. By uniting 2 San Diego brewing traditions, Cafe Cabrera, freshly brewed coffee, and Ballast Point beer, we have successfully created an artisanal masterpiece. Wow. Coffee and chocolate and all those things are always a wonderful, tasty treat to me, guys. So that's all the commercial description says there. It does not have IBUs listed here, and I don't see them over here on this side anywhere, and I don't believe it's on the bottle. I'll take a quick look here. No, I do not see IBUs listed on here, so we'll find out how bitter it is in just a minute here. I don't think there's anything else that we need to talk about, so we'll go over to the food pairings on this one. The food pairings on this one, the cuisine is barbecue. Cheeses are buttery, brie, Gouda, Havarti, and Swiss. And since it is a porter, and both the porters and the stouts are considered to go well with your chocolate dishes. And the meat for this is beef, smoked meat, and grilled meat. Glassware's pint becker, the nonic, the tumbler, the mug, the sidel, or the stein. I'm going to add in the oversized wine glass. I've got the double glass. That's what I like to use for these bigger porters and stouts and stuff, because the shape of the glass enhances the aromas. And it says not recommended for extended cellarings unless ABV exceeds the average range. Well, at 10%, I think that exceeds the average range. I would not, I cannot see why there would be any reason you could not sell this beer for an extended time, guys. So, unless the coffee and vanilla would fade over time, it's not a hop-forward beer, so I don't see why you couldn't cellar it. If I had another one, I would cellar one. So. Let's get the cap off of this one. A nice little hiss, a little bit of smoke out of the top. Into the glass we go. Let's go down the center and see if we can get a little head on this 10%er. And maybe just a tad more. Alright, with that pour, we got us a good finger of head on that pour. Looks very good in the glass. Got a nice chocolatey off-white head. Top of the beer. Over into the light. I tell you what, I am not getting a lot of rubbiness. This is almost pitch black. There may be a tinge of red around the outside, but not even enough to even say there's a red tinge around the outside. This looks very much like a stout in the glass, guys. It is very, very dark. Yeah, I'm not seeing much redness around it. So, looking at the beer through the light, it does not have a lot of red rubbiness around the outside. Looks like a stout in the glass. It really does. All right, that head is dissipated to about a finger of head now. Let's get a nose on. Paris, thanks again for sending me these beers, buddy. I do appreciate it. Wow, right out of the top is coffee. Coffee, espresso coffee almost. Chocolate roasted malt. Burnt toffee. Wow, the coffee is just overwhelmingly powerful in the aroma on this beer. If I was blindfolded and got to smell that, I would say it's a cup of coffee. Not getting any alcohol in the nose for a 10%er. Well, that smells awesome. Guys, cheers. We're going to put it to our lips and see what we think. Cheers, Paris. The vanilla is there right off the bat. I wasn't getting that much vanilla on the nose, but as soon as I put it to my mouth and the tongue got on it, the vanilla was there. Got a sweet vanilla taste in there. Vanilla, coffee, chocolate, caramel, toffee. Oh, wow. Very complex beer. A lot of stuff going on in this beer. There might be even some dark fruit in there too. Maybe some black cherries or something. This beer is delicious. I can imagine it's just going to get better as it warms up because it's right out of the fridge. I'm not getting any alcohol on the taste. What a superbly made beer. Wow. Does have a little bit of bitterness on the back end, so I'm thinking the IBUs are probably up in the, if I was to guess, I would say they're in the 50s. Mid-40s to mid-50s, somewhere in that area. Well, I could sit here and drink all this right in front of you. It's that tasty. Wow. I am always impressed by the stuff at Ballast Point. Like I told you, I have not had a bad beer from those guys. And this one fits right in with that line. This is definitely going to be an A beer, I'm sure of it. Unless it changes drastically warming up. It's an A beer, so maybe it's a 10. Stick around. We'll find out here shortly. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. Wow. This beer is awesome. I wish I could get this beer here. I've not seen it. I've seen the Sculpin and the Fish Eye and several other of the Ballast Point beers, but not seen this one. If I do see it, I will be picking up at least one, if not two more bottles, just to celebrate just a little bit and see how it changes and how it changes and how it's different over time. So let's do the final chug on this one. I mean, the vanilla is definitely there. Wasn't getting it originally when it was cold, but I got it in the taste, and now that it's warmed up, you can definitely smell the vanilla in it now. And the coffee, and the chocolate, and the roasted malt. Wow, delicious. Wow. It's awesome. It is definitely awesome. It's a 10 as far as I'm concerned. I will be keeping my eye out for this when I go shopping for beers. There's only a few places that carries the Ballast Point beers around here. Where I get most of my beers at Kroger's and stuff, they do not carry the Ballast Point beers. But there are some other craft beers within a driving distance that do carry the Ballast Point beers, and I will be looking for this. So it's definitely worth picking up if you can get your hands on this, if you're into the vanilla coffee porters. So very tasty, guys. Parrish, thanks again for sending this one. This one was bloody awesome, I may say. All right, let's go see what the other guys got to say about this beer. We'll go over to Beer Advocate, and Beer Advocate is 97 world class. I would agree with that. I would probably even give it a couple of more marks other than a 97. I think it's a 100. So very tasty beer. Probably the best beer that I've had from them. Even though I like the Sculpin very much, this is very tasty. Of course, it's a different style of beer, but still. Parrish, if you see this, give me some comments back on what you had to pay for this beer. I'm pretty sure it's at least a $10 beer. So thanks again for sending these. I do appreciate it. Let's go over to Rate Beer. And Rate Beer says, this is not surprising. Rate Beer says 100 overall and 100 in the style. I agree with that 100%. 100, 100, and a 100. So it is definitely a top of the line, well-made beer. Still not getting any of the alcohol at a 10%. Well hidden. Very tasty. A lot of people don't like vanilla in their porters. They like more of the chocolatey, but I like that as a change up to that. So I'm getting chocolate and vanilla on this one. So very tasty, guys. So if you've had this one, give me some comments back on this one, whether you liked it, didn't like it. I loved it. It was delicious. Wish I could get my hands on some more of this, and like I said, I'm going to keep my eye out for it. So guys, if you've had it, let me know what you think of it. Hit that like button, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be 100, but we'll take a look. See you then.